All right, part two. We lost everyone because they cut the stream. So when I went on, when they cut us, and I didn't know like if it was going to come back or however it works, man, I've been through so much of this. I'm the pioneer of doing internet radio. So I've had my computers blown up. I've been threatened, this kind of stuff. And so I expected it's not I know I'm not big enough to worry about it, but trust me, they don't like me and they worry about me because of the stuff I've done with my investigative reporting, etc. But what I did want to do, and the reason I came back on, otherwise it's just like forget it. But let's remember where I left off. I was talking about how the Trump raid is subterfuge, and I don't want to get wrapped up in it. And I was about to talk about how Drudge has totally turned on Trump, and you can kind of see, which way the eggs sit in the basket kind of thing. But what I did want to do is if I can get any of you guys back, and I know we just had a nice crowd before we got cut. What's weird is as soon as they cut me, I just went on the internet on this very computer. So it had nothing to do with the stream, my connection to my stream. I'm not going to mention who's hosting that because they do a pretty good job, and uh, but it's a global corp. Those are your choices. Uh, yeah, that was kind of a weird place to get cut. So we had a bunch of people. So here's what I'm going to do. I just wanted to test this out. That's kind of one of the reasons I came on today. I just wanted to like see if this could work. So you guys grab a pen. They look like this. I know you kids out there. This is what they look like. This is not a syringe, although it could probably be converted in prison as one, or a gun. Get out your pens and write this down. Area code 206 809 0469. Once again, 206 809 0469. So if one of you calls, that's my Skype phone number. If one of you calls on that, let's see if we can get that on the air, because that will open up much possibilities for us. Right now, I book all my guests on Thursdays because I have a producer and there's technology there and we do it. But if I know I can give that number out and have people call, then, I mean, you could try a video call if you want. No one's going to do it. So that, there goes that test. I mean, I do have friends. I could have them call on this line and just check it. But I thought you guys might want to do that with me. If you don't, that's fine too. Yeah, we'll just erase this video. I had more to talk about. It kind of takes the wind out of your sails. And this is, you guys remember when I was on Oracle Radio and they blew up like 3 of my computers, and they didn't do it. It's all my fault. But anyway, 3 of my computers blew up in about 10 days, and I just got done. I can't buy computers every couple of days. They blew out my hard drive, so, and we did that story. God, I mean, 10 years before that even happened, I did that story. They can blow up your hard drive anytime they want. There's plenty of quotes on that kind of shit. So let me give you the number. Try to call it. I should be able to see if you call, but Skype is just, it's messed up, all messed up. But it should work that if you call this number, you should get on the air with me right now. And I should be able to hear you and back at you. 206 809 0469. I don't know. Love to love to test it and see if that actually works, because again, that means there's just much we can do here without having to buy software and all the rest of it. Like, I want to do everything as cheap as possible. Can you tell by the look of this video? I don't want to fall into the every show looks the same vibe. So we don't. Okay. That's maybe not going to happen. What I can do is consider this a test. I don't know. We completely bailed on the last podcast. It just died on us. See, there's one. What's up? You're on the Jack Blood Show, Deadline Live TV.
Yo, yo, yo.
Cool. I can hear you. I can hear you. I wonder if other people can. All right, so what's your name, man?
Lucas.
Hey, Lucas. All right. I know you, man. You are the man. So if people can hear Lucas talking, I want you to just write yes. If not, no. I guess. I don't know. Talk, Lucas. What do you want to say, man? You're my guest.
I don't really know. I just wanted to call and say hello, and I'm glad you're doing what you're doing.
Helping me test the technology. That's how we do it here.
Yeah. I didn't have a whole bunch to say, so.
Well, I'll tell you what. If this works and everyone can hear you and I can hear you, and I know it doesn't sound, it's not the best, major network sounding thing in the world, but that means I can invite a bunch more people on the show. So that would be really good, Lucas. I mean, there's a lot of people that I can't book on a Thursday at 3:00 that I want to have on, and I get offers all the time by these people. So it'd be really cool if we can just have them call this number and get on, right?
For sure.
What are you drinking? Damn, Jack, it's a Tuesday afternoon. I'm going to be...
Yeah.
You are, Lucas, where are you again, man? Like Tennessee or something, right? Michigan. Much better. All right. Are you going to vote in the...
Sure.
Are you going to vote in the gubernatorial election? Do you vote?
Sometimes. I voted in the primary, but the primary guy I voted for didn't make it. I'm not too big on that Tudor Dixon.
Isn't that a Trump? Wasn't that somebody that Trump...
She's a hell of a lot better than...
Yeah, Dixon, but wasn't Dixon endorsed by Trump, or am I right about that, or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, she was, yes.
I mean...
Yeah, but she's just an establishment type. There's nothing to get excited about. But she is a heck of a lot better, I'm sure, than Whitmer. Whitmer is just horrible.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to play the lesser of two evils, but it's it is kind of like that in this case. And because of how they used her in that whole kidnapping case during the 2020 election and what she did during COVID. I mean, it's Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
It's Michigan, man. It's not Oregon or Washington, I guess. I don't know, man. It's Michigan, and I find it hard to believe that that's how it's going to roll there. Did they ever fix the water in Michigan? No. I mean, come on, man.
No, they found more poisoned water in another city, so no, they still haven't fixed any of that.
Got to be accountable. All right.
We never have accountability anywhere.
If voting ever changed anything, it would be illegal.
Exactly.
But in this case, we'll make an exception.
Yeah.
Sweet. Lucas, you're the first caller on the podcast. How does that ring with you? You're the first guy to ever call in on this podcast that we have now.
It's an honor. I'm a big fan of you.
I'm a big fan of you, bro. I appreciate it. Let's see if appreciate it, man. You can I can't hang up on you, so you can hang up or whatever you want to do.
Okay, I'll hang up.
Yeah, sweet, man. Let's see if someone else can do it, and then maybe try to do the video on Skype and see if I can bring you up on that. That would be cool. Let's test that and see if we can make that happen. This is how it goes, right? When the Google, YouTube, or whatever cuts my stream as I'm in mid rant. This is now we're gonna accomplish something because of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Fucking man.
I'm glad it worked. Okay, Jack.
No, I'm glad too. That's so awesome to know that. Thank you, man, for helping me with it. I really appreciate it. Bigly.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate it bigly. All right, I can hang up on you. All right, see? Now you guys can call back. Let's see who else. Anyone who wants to be on the show, anything you want to say. Obviously, I'm not going to censor anyone. Uh-oh. Now my mouse went. Okay. It's too funny. Man, I think some of the first shows I ever did a million years ago were kind of like this. So we made it. Lucas is, let it be known and let it be written. Lucas was the first caller ever on this podcast. He did it. So what's the number? If you guys want to try with a video, let's see if I can get you in with that. 206-809-0469. Write it down. 206-809-0469. I can't type it on the screen. Sorry, I don't have that. And then you're on. And I'll see you and you're on. But it's cool that I already know that works. So that's really cool. I don't know how it sounded. I'll have to go back and listen to it. Some of that stuff, it kind of cuts out and goes highs and lows and all the rest of it. And if I get because I have like a lot of major interviews, a lot of major people that write me every day and want to be on our platforms. Okay. So I want to get them on, but I only have that 2-hour show with a producer. So you guys call. I know we lost a lot of people in that meltdown we had in the first broadcast. So we'll just, man, now I have to keep this up because Lucas called in. But yeah, you guys call in. If I just get your number, I'm not going to say it on air. I don't know. You're not going to get in trouble. I don't think. Well, you might. You might get in trouble calling into this show right now, helping me test it. But I would love to have someone call in on a video chat and see what it does on this. Like I said, I have friends that could help me test it, but then they won't be friends anymore if it doesn't work. Let's have you guys test it. It's bang, just call in 206. It's Seattle area code. So just remember that 206-809-0469. I'm not trying to I used to do a show with like 800 callers. So I'm not trying to ring that bell per se. I just want to see if it works. I just want to see what we can do. So one of you out there has Skype. Some of you are going, I don't have Skype, and you're downloading it now. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making you do that. There's got to be a better way. If you guys want to put it up in the chat or call in and say it, maybe there's a better way. I don't know. It is Microsoft, and they're gonna tell us how to rock and roll and do everything right. That's why rock is so bad right now. The global corp conglomerate. It's just so bad. It's, let's face it. Rock is so bad that Tim Pool's looking good. Tim Pool's music is looking good to me. That's how bad it is. On my you can't see it. I have a screen here. We'll fix all this up. Trust me. You're like, Jack, when are you gonna get like involved in technology? It's like we do have it going on. We will make it happen. But right now it's just kind of you and me, and I like that. I'm gonna miss it. When we have full production and all the stuff that we are doing now, thanks to you guys who have been supporting us, I'm going to miss just me and you on the crappy laptop cam, you know? So what? Are you guys scared? Let me ask you a question, all right? Let me give you like a radio thing. I have to do a radio thing. A yes or no question. Which one should it be? There's so many good ones. First of all, and I was going to say this in the last video that got cut off, I want to start a 501c3 and have people do videos and have people vote on like what's good, that put in monthly money, and then whoever wins gets that money. I want to bypass the charities, and I can't do it unless I'm a 501c3. And then I was high up in a 501c3. I'm not going to mention their name. I learned a lot about it. And I just see so many people in need. I can't, like, I mean, it's on a daily basis. It's like, I need to go drive over to this person's house, bring them a bunch of food and cook it. Because I care like that, you know? No, shut up, Cheddar. No. I mean, you're good. Hey, listen, the bar is fairly low, so don't worry about it. At some point, you're gonna have to come with a hot take, a hot cheddar take. Lindsey Graham, again, in the last video, this may be close to where I got cut off, says there's going to be riots if they convict Trump. First of all, they're not going to convict Trump. He's not going to be convicted. This is subterfuge. This is a psyop. So that won't happen. But if it did, hypothetically, yeah, there'd be riots. Another reason it won't happen. And then why is Lindsey Graham even in office? That's actually, maybe that's where I went sideways. I got 10 t-shirts left. This is the guy, the guy that made this t-shirt, which is badass. You can see it's Bad Brains over the Space Needle. Woo! We got some cool shirts. I got 10 more. So how I'm going to do it is, no, I hate making people wait for this stuff, but I've made a lot of merch in my day, and I've learned that I can't just pre-order stuff because I'll end up getting stuck with it. So I just want to know like what your shirt sizes are and where to send stuff, and I'll put a deadline on this. So it sounds crazy. I mean, we've double priced them, so it's not that crazy, but 30, and I got 10 left. If we get to October 1st, whatever it is, that's what it is. If we don't sell 10 more shirts this month, you know, Jack Blood Show shirts, very rare limited edition shirts, then I'm just going to send them out because I don't like making people wait like this. But you got to understand, I mean, we're low budget and I need to go to my shirt guy and say, I need all these sizes and that's it. That's why I did limited edition, just for that reason, because every other time I got merch, I just like, okay, get 100 hats, get 100 shirts, you know, this is probably a good size. And I don't know, you're just guessing. And then you end up with a bunch of extra shit that nobody wants. I can't afford it. I'm sorry, guys, but I can't afford to like prepay for you guys. You're prepaying for us. So everyone that you got me through this month for sure, and last month, everyone that's been ordering the limited edition Jack Blood Show shirts, you're already in. I got you guys. You're getting your shirts, but let's just put 1 month on that. 1 more month and see. Or if I sell 10 shirts today, then it's over. Then everyone gets their shirts, right? I need your size. It's a $50 donation. I know. Or more, because a lot of people are sending, you know, $75, $100 or whatever, but $50 donation or more, you get a limited edition Jack Blood t-shirt done by one of the best t-shirt guys in the city and one of the best artists in the world. I don't know. Is that not enough to sell it? How about this? If I keep working over here and you guys keep helping me, 5 years, those will be worth 10 times the amount that you pay for them. No, all right, we can't do that. All right, we're not allowed to do that. Trip, all right, Trip, you got to call in. This is my homie, Trip, 206-809-0469. It's my Skype number. I'm putting you on the air. Trip is here. We go back, he's a Tampa Bay dude. We go back, way back. Did some killer radio together, and he knows where the bodies are buried. Trip, 206-809-0469. Call in, Trip, because now we know it works. On Skype, sorry. I don't know. I mean, you could use your phone and call in. See, I think that I might have messed that up. You don't have to be on Skype. You can just use your phone. What's up?
Brother man.
You could just use your phone to call the number. I messed it up. I'm like, you got to be on Skype. You don't. You could just use your actual phone and call in.
Yeah, if you had something for the YouTube, I could go live to live with that. I did it with Caleb not too long ago, but yeah. Anyway, that's what I had. I'm sitting here rolling cigarettes, so that's
all right. That's what we do. $1 a pack.
Hell yeah.
That's how I do it. Do you have look? Let me show people what I have. So I got this.
No, I'm not.
You have this. I have this crank roller, right?
Yeah, I got an electric one. It's like, it's like $70, but one-time fee, and I think the past like maybe
you buy this tobacco. It's pipe tobacco, and the reason it's pipe tobacco is that it's not taxed. Now they're about to do that. But it's not really pipe tobacco. It's actually cigarette tobacco, right? Then you take, sorry to interrupt you, Trip, man. Then you take these, see, it's just like a cigarette, and you put it in that cranker, $1 a pack. I don't know. I mean, you kids out there don't smoke, but if you do, don't pay $10 a pack.
Ridiculous, man. Even here in Florida, it's like up to whatever, like a little over $8 now. So I know that probably doesn't mean anything to you guys up north, out west, but
whatever I moved from Atlanta, it was $3.60 a pack. The second I went over the border, it was $9. Yeah, that means something.
Yeah, man.
It's sin tax, so most of it is tax. And nobody knows where it goes. It's supposed to trip. It's supposed to go to help people, health issues for people that smoke.
And anti-smoking advertising is what they say the majority of it goes to. That Philip Morris and all the other big companies put out a certain amount, like, of anti-smoking, anti-tobacco advertising. They pay for it through that.
It's a slush fund.
Essentially.
Yeah. So then, I moved here from Atlanta and stuff, and you would buy a fifth of booze or something, right? And it would cost whatever that was. Up here, there's 100% tax on alcohol.
Holy hell, dude.
Yeah. And no one knows where that goes. 100%. So if I buy a $10 bottle of alcohol, it's going to cost me depending, actually, and it's weird because some stores hit you harder than others.
Right.
But it's almost 100% tax. So I'm buying a $10 bottle of booze. It's going to cost me $20. Guess who that hurts? Like poor people that can't afford entertainment. And,
100%. Yeah, those slush fund type deals have been, back. Of course, they've always had them, but it seems like they're so much more prevalent in the past decade or so, where it's like, you just throw money, and especially like with internet-based stuff too. GoFundMe's that aren't. I guess they've done a better job lately of regulating stuff like that, but. I mean, especially when you talk about tax-related issues and whatever, it's just it all goes in the pot, and the deficit doesn't change, and nothing ever seems the spending doesn't change, and it's just the way it goes, man.
Well, you remember what the mafia used to say was, let me just wet my beak on that.
Right.
So what we had is a pie, and everyone fights over the pie. And what I've been saying, you probably heard me say this before, Trip, make more pies,
Right. I got time,
Right. Are you still doing radio? I mean, I'm sorry I haven't kept up with you so much, Trip.
No, that's all right, man. I, over the pandemic, I had a computer shit to bed, and I went and bought a bunch of new equipment too, which sucks because I've got new equipment and I don't have, my wife needed a new computer for her job. So, but I've been guesting on people's stuff. Like, I got really, really burnt out being a host, man. You know how that goes, and, so I was still having fun and, going on people's shows and, when I'm not trying to put myself anywhere where I shouldn't be, but, such as you as well, when you're a respected individual within your community, people still want to hear you talk. So, it was a lot funner for me to go on other people's shows for a while, but I haven't done my show in quite some time, but I might relaunch it if, I don't know, if I can put some money together.
Deadline Live TV. Hey, Trip, Deadline Live TV. Come on, man. I'm gonna hook you up with that. And then you and me, we were on the Scott Ledger show, which was big Tampa Bay radio, like major Bubba radio, all that, right? On radio stations. Yep. And I loved doing interviews with him, and he was like the ultimate radio professional. I just loved that guy so much, and we lost him. He's one of the people that got called up before COVID. He was called up into the clouds, into the rapture. He didn't have to do any COVID. November, like my dad. like my dad, November of 2019, something like that, right? We lost the ledger.
Actually it was right in April. It was April, so it was after the lockdown had started. But he had been bouncing around for a while. He was putting stuff together. You know, he was bouncing around. You know, cruising couches. He stayed with me and my family for like a week and a half. But just staying with friends of ours, trying to get some stuff put back together because he had a DUI like the last year, so he was trying to get up enough money to get his license back so he could, you know, actually drive. So he was really like counting on people, but he was just on the cusp of paying everything off, and then was with you remember Snicker, Alex Snicker?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, he used to come on the show, and he's a big, just a liberty guy all around. You know, does stuff with the Libertarian Party and stuff like that. Like, but he was staying at their place, and fed his chest hurts. He was going to go lay down, and I think they found out that it was sepsis. I think he had like a cut or something that he didn't clean out or get taken care of or something like that, you know. But and ended up causing him like a heart attack.
No,
like that.
He wouldn't go through the 2 years of COVID lockdown, and he left us. That's what happened.
Yeah.
I'm saying that.
Yeah, it might have been better off, but of course not.
He's
Yeah,
one of the
course I'd rather have it here,
he's
but-
one of the biggest DJs in Florida history, right? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, like
FM DJ,
for the Florida area when Tampa was Tampa in the early '90s. Him and all of that crew, those guys were rock stars back in the day. I mean, they really were. They were just as big as, you know, the bands that would come into town, you know, locally anyway. You know, and growing up in Atlanta, we had 96 Rock. They got rid of it before you moved there, but those guys were the same way. You know, those guys are just as big as, you know, and anybody that would come to town.
Man, I love being on Ledge, and I'll never forget when I moved to Atlanta, and then before we got our house, I stayed with my in-laws, and we were up in a room, and I'm doing pirate radio, right, in my in-laws' house.
Right.
And I'm on Ledge's show, and he has on that piece of shit, Brad Friedman.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Who I'd known for
guy.
years. I'd interviewed him like 20 times, but he's just such a water carrier for the Democrats and stuff. And I said something, and I started being called a racist, like just like that. I was like, what the fuck, man?
That was long before all of this stuff took off.
Yeah, it was.
Dealing with now, you know, and it was like, I can't believe everything turned into the way that it did. But, you know, I guess we should have saw the signs of a lot of that stuff earlier.
I think
we did.
I think I was running with a Black Panther for president right around that time. So I guess that's what I am, you know.
You look at Pinckney.
Yeah. Me and Larry Pinckney were going to run for president in 2016, right? Was it 2016?
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
Shit, might have been 2012.
Yeah, it might have been 2012, but
every year I think I'm going to run for president. Well, man, bless you, bro. Thank you for calling in and testing my line. And you're a quality person, Trip. And I tell people advice I have for people is surround yourself with quality people. Man, you are a quality dude, for real, man.
You too, man. Hey, by the way, like I said, where's the donation so I can get one of them dope shirts?
All right.
I'll plug your stuff.
Look at him. That was perfect. No, jackblood@hotmail.com. You guys can use Zelle or PayPal. It's a $50 donation. I got 10 more of the first batch of original shirts. My artist did the best logo that was ever done and I've had several artists do my logos. This is the first batch, and it's my favorite logo. It's very cartoonish, you know. The New World Order is spitting out their coffee while listening to my show. It's kind of cool. And then the guy that does my shirts is the guy who's one of the most famous shirt makers in town. And I'm only making 30, and I got 10 more to go. So, yeah, jackblood@hotmail.com, PayPal or Zelle. You can do that. I mean, I'd send you one for free, but I know you're made of money, so go ahead and send me $50.
No, hell, not lately, brother. I got a home and 3 kids and a couple dogs, man. Just feeding their mouths over the past couple months is, you know,
Which do you prefer? Which do you prefer, Trip? The dogs or the kids?
What?
Be honest.
The kids. I got my one dog. My one dog I really love. You know, we got a couple of them. So, but my one dog, she's a 8-year-old Plot Hound Lab mix, and that's my baby girl. But I got 2 teenagers and then a crazy 7-year-old now. So,
dude, I cannot believe you have teenagers. That's just shocking to me. Now I feel really old.
13 and 14. So, but
damn, Trip. Well, good for you.
Just across the border, but
I can hardly think. I can hardly think of people that should raise teenagers over you. I mean, I know they're in good hands.
They're still not listening, but the 90s are coming back around. So what they really want is like clothing advice more than anything. So
send them over to me. Send them over to me, Trip. I'll straighten them out.
Good deal, man. All right, man. Well, hey, dude. Yeah, I'll send you a little something here. If not today, I got to check my stuff. But if not today, then tomorrow and the next day or two. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Keep on keeping on.
I love you, and we'll do a proper interview at some point where we'll just rant.
For sure, dude.
Yeah. Cool.
For sure.
Appreciate you. Thanks,
right,
man.
Much love, brother.
Back at you.
All right, later.
All right. So let's see if we can get. Oh shit. Let's see if we can get somebody on a video. So call into the number. I'm going to give it out again. Let's see if somebody can do a video Skype, or maybe he did. I forgot to ask him. All right. He hung up on me. Cool. That's always the thing when we end our show on Thursday, because of the way the phones work. The guest is still on the line, so I don't get to talk shit about the guest after he leaves. No, I know. We have have you guys ever heard of Deep Throat? The movie. Yeah. No, actually the Watergate guy, Deep Throat. We have his lawyer on Thursday. So we're gonna break down some legal stuff with him. But I mean, I try to get you guys the best people on the Thursday show, and I get a lot of offers. That's why I'm glad that this works, because I get a lot of offers for some really crazy stuff. Man, like I've had to turn down a lot of interviews, some huge famous people, because I only have the 2 hours a week. But if I can do it on here, that would be cool. The number is 206-809. Somebody type it in the chat. Will you guys do that for me? 206-809-0469. Try your video chat. Let's see if that works. I'll stay here if you want me, but I remember Oracle Broadcasting. It's still, their archives are still badass. Go in there. That was the front lines, and those guys were brilliant at technology, and I loved being over there. I can hear him clear. Cool. Yep, I can hear him. That was weird. I never called him before. I know. We're going to make you organize your takes. Are those at Deadline Live, or where can I go buy? Okay, we answered that. Thank you, Trip. jackblood@hotmail.com. I use Zelle. Zelle means we don't lose any money. Zelle goes right from your bank to my bank, and no one loses any money. PayPal means they're going to take 2 or 3%. Better to be broke and real than to be rich and fake. Words to live by. Oh. What is freedom? So that was the whole thing with this dude that just got canceled, motherfucker, Andrew Tate. I can't be free unless I have a private jet. Okay, well, I'm not gonna. Hey, man, there's a pretty good chance I'm not gonna have a private jet my entire life, and I haven't had one yet, and I'm, getting up in my years. I probably will never have a private jet, and if I could afford one, I wouldn't buy one. I don't care. I've been a rock star and ridden first class before. I had to sign autographs and stuff. I don't mind it. It's not a problem. I don't mind wearing a mask. I like wearing a mask, Got kind of an ugly face, so, I championed that shit. If you look at my band videos, I wore masks in almost every video. The forced vaccination thing is where I draw the line. I shouldn't be forced to. Yeah, I think we all agree on that. I don't know. No, you guys don't agree. Some of you are still out there going, yes. And if I could just get a law that my infant baby could be vaccinated, I would do it. But see, that's what you do. That's okay. I'm not judging you. I mean, wish you wouldn't, but it's not my business. And the same thing is that what they inject into my body is not your business, but that's where we're at. I'm going to get the 125 electric cigarette machine. It pays for itself in 21 days. Yeah, but it's not 125. So the thing I showed you guys earlier, if you go roll back through it, it's about a $50 cigarette machine. And then you buy like $20 worth of tobacco and stuff a month. I mean, you beat it. Everyone I've turned on to this has seen that revolution. And get in on it and probably hoard. You should probably be hoarding tobacco because they're about to tax the fuck out of it. You should be, this is what we always said. People were like, well, you need to stock up on food and get the prepared food and the prepared bullets. I was like, man, just get yourself some tobacco and some whiskey or vodka or whatever however you do it. Make your own booze. Stock that up and you could trade that. You can barter that for anything you need. You'll be good. Trust your old pal Jack Blood. You'll be good. Barterable goods. You have to think ahead. What can I store? So I've stored food. I'm a food store guy. Because I want to make sure that I know they would never shut down the country, and that's never going to happen. That's wacky conspiracy. Oh, they just did that. Okay. But it was good to have food, but you can trade tobacco and alcohol. There's contraband and barterable devices you can change. It's like money. It's better than money. Even today. Try to figure it out. It's not Bitcoin. No, Kevin, I'll hook you up with that. It's not 125, but even if it was, you'd save so much money. Good evening. American Freedom Radio. All right. Does anyone else want to call in? I want to see if somebody can call in and use their video. Tell me, like, call in and go, I tried to use my video platform and it didn't work, because I don't know. Otherwise, they don't tell me that. 206-809-206. It's a Seattle area code for a million years. 809-0469. You can call in, say whatever you want. I'm not going to censor you. But if somebody can do that on video, Skype, but you can call in with your phone. Just, I forgot to say that earlier, and that's what we were talking about with Trip. 206-809-0469. Just on your phone. That will ring in to what we're doing. Yo. But if you're on Skype, then you can hit that, and I think you can hit the video thing, and it might show up here. I don't know. Maybe not. Jack, why do you consider this show your bar? Because I do. Always have, always will. Not to mention, am I allowed to say this? I don't know. How many people will get mad at me? So the thing up in the Pacific Northwest, besides having a pot store, just going out to the pot store, you never have to go to the pot store, because once you have a pot store, this makes pot free. So I don't usually go to the pot store. Like, people just give it to me. And I do smoke it once in a while. But the other thing up here is mushrooms. It's just like a big deal, you know. It colds your drinking. It sets your mind right. Am I supposed to be anti-drug? I mean, I'm anti-chemical for sure, but mushrooms aren't chemical. Yeah, I can't talk too much about it, because then some people will get mad. Someone call in. Dusty Tapes. Tobacco, alcohol, and tampons. See, here's a guy that knows. Toilet paper. So you don't have food and the apocalypse comes, but you have 40 boxes, 50 in a box of tampons. Then you're going to be the king. You're going to be the king. You're the man. Like, you got to think about shit like that. You could trade it for bullets. You could trade it for food. You could trade it for houses. When we get to that point, you could trade it for anything. Kind of a weird thing to talk about, but it's true. Got to kind of think about what should I be storing? Because if you start storing boxes of stuff and cans, it takes up a lot of space. But there's some things you can put in a smaller space, like mushrooms. My bad. Don't talk about mushrooms. See, I'm the only guy on podcasts that talk. No. Freaking Mike Tyson just like eats them and smokes. And he's got one of the biggest podcasts ever. He did. I don't know. Then he melted down on mushrooms. No, no, for real. I mean, center yourself and take a day off. It's not a bad thing. I work pretty hard, man. Like, I got 5-10 jobs. I work pretty hard, man, but all right. Revere Radio. Viva Revere Radio. Is anyone out there from Revere Radio? So now that I know this works, I'm going to book stuff ahead of time. So don't get mad at me, because I'm just throwing out numbers and being weak. Now that I know I can do this, I'm going to be doing it a lot more. You'll never hear me again. I'll just let my guests talk. We have Mark Zuckerberg booked here next week. I'll softball him. I know. I'm an old school Revere fan. I mean, do you know the battles? The battles we had. What is it, 15 or more years ago? Some big Revere radio battles, and those guys could battle. So when you had like shit go down on the internet and people attacking you or whatever, those guys all get your back. Yeah, back in the day. And that's also Florida, Tampa Bay area. 206-809-0469. I'll take one more call. We'll do one more guy. If you're on Skype, if someone's out there and you already have a Skype account, go sign up for it. But try to do a video chat, and let's see if I can get you up on that. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do another test to make that happen. Why aren't you talking about news? Because it's all fake. That's why. It's so fake. It's so fake, man. Like, what's happening in your world? What's happening in your community? That's what matters. Good luck getting anyone to talk about that. That's probably not going to ring the bell. And I wanted to make sure I doubled down on promoting Tim Cass Records, Tim Pool Records. He's the greatest singer I ever heard. His music is really the best. Tim, you're going to be the biggest rock star ever, Tim. No. You are. And you're going to bring in the hat. Tim is the great, and he's a good singer. He's a pretty good singer. Now, is he a better singer than he is a talk show host? I hope that's not the conversation, because that would be bad. He's a good singer. It's hard to sing on key. You know. I've devoted the last several years of my life to playing guitar. I'm still like way out, though. My favorite guitar players in Seattle, you probably never heard of it. They like my shit. So I've bucket listed a bunch of shows because of that. They really like what I do. Hosted my first show on that platform. I know. Revere, man. Because it's a double. You revere it, but it's Paul Revere. And it's the guy's name. It's all good. All right. No one else is calling in. Well, at least we tested it. It worked. I was just hoping we could find someone, one of you guys on Skype, to hit me up with a video chat and to see if it would pop up here. Apparently not. Should we keep this up? You can vote. No, not should I keep doing it. We all know I shouldn't, but should I not erase this gig we did today? Probably not a good selling point. That's what the kids today don't know about, is the pauses. The pauses are the killer. It's the most killer thing when you have a pause, long pause, bang, but you can't overuse it. Keep. All right, we'll keep it. All right, thanks, guys. Hey, but cool. Thanks to y'all. I mean, I don't know what the quality is. I'm going to go back and listen to it. So I am going to keep this up so I can go back and listen to the quality of those calls. And then you're in for it. Because if I can just have someone call into this podcast, it's going to be pretty badass. If I can get their video on, it'll be even better. And I'm not buying any programs, so that's going to be fun. All right. Let's all do it together. That's how it goes. You do it together, and it works. Until they blow you up. All right. You guys stay bold. Shine bright, you crazy diamonds. I'm Jack Blood. We'll see you next time.